Alright guys, hey, welcome to the show. It's Brian from the Vid-Bits here, hanging out with you, playing some Pac-Man Megatonal Battle Chomp Champs, brought to you by our good friends at Bandai Namco Entertainment Incorporated. Not sponsored, but publicly talking about the fact that we are applying for sponsorship, just to let you know, as a full disclosure. So we're not a paid commercial for this game, so to speak, but we do love this game a lot. Obviously, put a lot of time into it. In my opinion, and other than a technicality, we are your reigning and defending undisputed Megatonal Battle Chomp champion. So I digress. You'll see more of that as the show goes on. So hopefully you're okay with that. And I'm just doing the best I can, sticking in my own lane, chomping away, trying to still do the dang thing, even though the game wants to make it really difficult on me. We got Matthew in chat throwing up some. Looks like some Smokies in chat. That's awesome. Appreciate you, Matthew. Thank you very much for hanging out. Appreciate that. Other than that, let's see. I know that before right when I was leaving for the session earlier today, at the end of that session, I found that Mint Daddy Pig had started to make moves. So let's go ahead and see exactly what he's doing. Yeah, I mean, he had 111,000, so I noticed I had triple sevens in my monies. But yeah, let's see what he did here. I mean, not too much, not too bad. Could have been way worse. Could have put a lot more of a stamp on it. I mean, if 10 games is 750, so 100 games is 7,500. He put in the work. He put in like 60 games. I mean, I'll give it to him. So there's nothing we can do about it. We just have to readjust his totals and move on. Know that we're more behind than we had scheduled on here, so let's just go ahead and do the math to start the show. And this is to be expected. I mean, he slept for 4 days, so it's a chase for a reason, guys. I gotta stay positive and stay optimistic here. So 116,377 to our 2306. So we were. Let's see, we were 182 behind. So let's check it out. Let's see here. Ugh. 116,377 minus our 2306. It's back to 93. 371 at the deficit now. And we do 93,371. And we divide it by 75. Damn. You gained 60 games. Damn. It's now 1,244 is what it is. 245 is what it is, so I'll go ahead and put, no, 244 is the game before, so 1244 divided by 12. It's back up to 103 hours, man. I had 98.6, so he's gained back 98.6, it's 1.4. So yeah, he just gained back 5 hours. So that's what kind of tug-of-war we're going to be playing over the next month. In case you guys weren't wondering, or were wondering, but that is 103.6 hours. Games. This is granted, all it takes is, you know, all it takes is for him to, you know, get screwed over like we did, and I don't want that to happen to anybody. Yeah, I was at 4.3. It was 98.5 hours, 4.3. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. And then let's see where we're at place-wise. Sorry guys, I've been quiet. I've been doing the math. I apologize. Alright, so this is the deal. Okay, I've just been doing a lot of math. I know it sounds weird, but math is part of the reason why things work out so well for me, is this I kind of like to figure out what makes sense. So this is the deal. Even though he shows that he's got 116,377, we passed him. We were at like 100 and... I don't know. It was like 100... We were... Oh, I do know. We were at 119,246 when we got wiped of all of our experience points and got knocked back down to 0 rating. He stayed at 111,000, whatever he had, okay? We have now worked our way back up, okay? If you combine what we have showing... If you combine what we have showing, which is 29... Oh, sweet, it's way more than I thought. Oh, sweet. Actually, I can change some of these numbers, but let me... I should change some of these numbers because it's thousands of difference, and thousands of difference is half of a session. But before I change these numbers, okay? You can see I have 29,718. And they have 116,000, okay? If you add mine together with the 119,000 that I had, it's like 150,000, okay? So I'm up by like 34k. 34k is like almost a day and a half ahead of him. But because the glitch, it shows that he's got 116,000 and that we have 29,000. So the 29,000 is not accurate at all. I mean, we have the pictures, we have all of the math, we have all of the, you know, all of the games on here. So let me just change these numbers here. I know it's a lot to get started, but these weren't adjusted when I left last time, so I want to make sure that I'm giving you accurate numbers as I'm talking about the math and all this other stuff. So 119,246 plus 29,718 adjusted is 148,964. That's our real total. Okay, we take the 148,964 and we subtract his 116,377, and the variance is 32,587. Okay, so then we take the 32,587, we divide it by 75. That's how many games if you have to get in first place to close the real gap, and that's 434. Okay, so then we take the 434, and you can only do, or you can divide it by 12, which is how many games you can do in an hour, and then you get 3616. So it's a day and a half. 36 hours, or 1.5. That's the real lead, okay? I'm just gonna change the top maths because they're wrong now. Alright, so it was 1182, so let's take the difference then of what they really have, which is 116,000. Sorry about that. 377 minus what we really have, which is 29,718. That's what we're really showing. Which when we start, our variance is 86,659. 86,659 divided by 75. It's 1,155. So I can actually change it. 1,155 games. The ratings difference between us is 86,000. 86,000. Okay, so then the 1,155 divided by 12 an hour, it's 96 hours. So it's the same. They just worked off. I actually are a little bit okay. I thought it was way worse than it was. So 96.25 hours, or four days. Okay, now that I got all of that done, let's recap one more time if you're still with us. This is the real math, this is what's really going on, and this is the real deal. You got him up here, our leader, the guy that's got 1,606 wins and 6 losses, with 106,377 rating. Our true rating is 148,964. That is combined with the 29,718 with 119,246, which was stripped through a glitch. It's not because we did anything wrong, it was a glitch that wiped it. So if you have the 29,000 and the 119,000, ours is 148,964, which is the variance between the two of us, okay? That comes out to be, a difference between the two of our scores is about 32,587, or 434 first place games, or roughly 36 hours of continual play, or 1.5 days. That's how much I really am ahead of him. But if the glitch does not resolve itself, then he has above us 86,659, which is roughly 96.25 hours of continuous play, or about 4 days. So 4 days if they don't turn the switch on. If they do turn the switch on, then we're up by 1.5 days and growing. If they don't, we're behind by 4 days. That's the caught up. It's roughly, like I said, it's roughly 434. 400 is that, yeah, 33,200. The variance between our true rating and their rating is 434 first place finishes. But you know, that's our true rating variance. So again, these are the numbers we get. So the gap that we're trying to climb right now is 86,659 experience points between the two of us. That is technically showing. So that's what that is. Just want to make sure that you knew, so you can play along at home. I'm not going to keep updating that specific thing, but until the end of the show, so that you'll know exactly how much we've gained, especially if we're facing them and we're min-maxing against them and all that good stuff that could happen tonight. So look forward to that. I'm also going to try to go more into a I'm gonna have to pick something that I don't have to switch up and tell you the titles of all the time. So I'm probably gonna just watch some movies tonight. So I'll just tell you what I throw on. If you have it, cool. If you don't, sorry. But that's just what I'm gonna do until I can figure it out. Yeah, Matthew, that's bullshit. Yeah, it is. We're getting screwed here. But the good thing is, we have everything. We have all the evidence. We have all, as they say in professional wrestling, we have all the receipts. So you can watch every single match. You can see the match that it happens. You can see what happened to us. You can see that we kept playing and we keep trying. And like, I've looked at the leaderboards, Matthew, and I think it's happened to a couple other people too. So it's not even just us. Like, there's some other outliers, but like, you can definitely see how we're an outlier. Like, let's just look at us let's just look at us locally. Like, look at that. Like, it's mathematically impossible for that to be that way. You know what I mean? Like, I'm waiting for them to flag me as an anomaly, and then I'm going to just put them on blast and say, hey, here's all the evidence that we didn't do anything wrong. I'll even send my console in to have it like forensically torn apart, because we couldn't be any more transparent about how we're trying to do this game, be an MC for this game, an MC for the community, use it so that we can help launch the Vid-Bits as our brand and get you guys over as the Fun Club and all this stuff. Using all this as a platform and done nothing out of love. I've quit 2 jobs to do this full time now. Like, you know what I mean? I'm doing this full time. At least I've done it for a week now. I got 7 more weeks to go before, you know, I'll run out of possessions to sell and I'll have to just jump back into the workforce. But I have a feeling, I just really do, that it's going to at least make it so I'll be able to be more choosy if I have to do a second job, than instead of like the jobs that were just absolutely soul crushing, even though they were popcorn and, you know, serve people. Like, that wouldn't have been that hard at all, but I couldn't do that and then also give full time to the channel and give full time to trying to, you know, do everything with Game of Day May and everything else. And like, then this kind of came and became its own beast. So but yeah, you can clearly see that we do not belong here. We belong at the top where we were, you know, and then some moves have started to be made. So it's great that I have some competition now. Like Try Again has half of our experience. Like they are now the number 2 guy. That's besides obviously, you know, the guy that we don't want to give too much attention to. You don't talk about some people too much. So it's whatever. It's just I'm not worried about it because it creates a great narrative and it's a fun story and it makes it more interesting. So at least there's that. But you know, doing what we do, we're gonna go ahead and give the glory to the gamers. We're gonna start with the local United States bronze tier, the top 20, obviously. So. Alright, number 20, at 12-0 with a 722 is Magnique. Number 19, Smiley Gold with 13-5 and a 726. This is your local United States Eastern Bronze Tier Division. Eastern Division Bronze Tier, I'm sorry. Number 18, PG Heavy with a 12-0 with a 726. Number 17, Splatoon Savage with 11-0 and a 727. Number 16, Ghost ND 416 with a 16-0 and a 728. Number 15, Tagmer with a 10-0 and a 720. Number 14, Wicked Crazy Mo with a 13-0 and a 733. Number 13, Deuteramos with a 13-1 and a 733. Number 12, Trixar for Drumpf with an 11-0 and a 735. Number 11, Man of Steel with a 10-0 and a 736. Number 10, Jacob 1510 with an 11-0 and a 736. Number 9 is Kitten with an 11-0 and a 737. Number 8 is Pac-Lad with a 12-0 and a 742. And if you're Pac-Lad, Kitten, or Jacob, you have just been pushed out of the top 7 bronze tier of the local United States Eastern Division of Chomp Champs. So, bronze tier local United States Eastern Division. Number 7 is Skull Sinister with an 11-0 and a 744. Number 6 is Colonel Stinkmeaner 2 with a 10-0 and a 744. Number 5 is RT with a 10-0 and a 746. Number 4 is Blue Dolphin 05 with a 15-0 and a 746. Number 3 is YM Raj 6281 with a 10-0 and a 749. Number 2 is Unsafe Moosey with a 12-0 and a 749. And your number 1 local United States Eastern Division Bronze Tier Chomp Champ is still Neskill with a 12-0 and a 749. And your local Chomp Champs in the local division, your global Chomp Champs in the global division in the bronze tier, number 20 is Splatoon Savage with an 11-0 and 727. Number 19 is Ghost ND 416 with a 16-0 and a 728. Number 18 is Tagmer with a 10-0 and a 730. Number 17 is Wicked Crazy Mo with a 13-0 and a 733. Number 16 is Deuteramos with a 13-1 and a 733. Number 15 is Trixar for Drumpf with an 11-0 and a 735. Number 14 is Man of Steel with a 10-0 and a 736. Number 13 is Jacob 1510 with an 11-0 and a 736. And number 12 is Kitten with an 11-0 and a 737. Number 11 is Pac-Lad with a 12-0 and a 742. And number 10 is Alanorius 1997 with a 13-0 and a 743. Number 9 is Skull Sinister with an 11-0 and a 744. And number 8 is Colonel Stinkmeaner 2 with a 10-0 with a 744. Number 8, if you're Colonel Stinkmeaner 2, Skull Sinister, or Alanors 1997, you are just within reach of the bronze tier's splash screen of the global division of Chomp Champs. With that being said, number 7 is Matthias Haight with an 11-0 and a 745. Number 6 is RT with a 10-0 and a 746. Number 5 is Blue Dolphin 05 with a 15-0 and a 746. Number 4 is El Muno 360 with an 11-0 and a 747. Your top 3 bronze tier global division. Your top 3 is and the bronze spot is YMRAJ 6281 with a 10-0 and a 749. With the bronze spot, the silver spot, or second place, goes to Unsafe Moosey with a 12-0 and a 749. And then in the gold, the leader, the winner of the bronze global tier currently is Neskill with a 12-0 in a 7:49. So that's been the recap of your global and local United champions, and now we're going to go into a stretch of games. Again, we're going to probably go to about 21:40, and then we'll take a couple-hour break, and then we'll wrap up and do the rest of it like we did yesterday, unless for some reason we're feeling really froggy. But if not, that'll be the pace. I'm going to go ahead and put on a movie. I'm going to probably put on. I'm not sure. I'm probably going to put on Pixels if I can find it. I don't know where most stuff is. Here it is. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna watch Pixels. So, not sponsored at all. Just gonna enjoy it. But yeah, so just give me. Let's see, what time is it? Let's say 1:37. EST is when I'll start. So when it hits start, that's when we'll start the movie. But I gotta get it rolling and everything. Love you guys. Then we'll get some dubs, and we'll see you in 20 for the silver tier update. Alright, not doing Pixels, doing Rocky and Bullwinkle, Season 1, Disc 1. I guess my stupid Blu-ray aspect of my PlayStation 3 is not wanting to work, so... And again, I'm trying not to leech down my Wi-Fi too much, so... Just give me another moment. Again, sorry I said we're going to start at 35, but it looks like we're starting more at, let's call it... It's going to be close to 40, but yeah. Sorry about that. Alright, here we go, guys. Appreciate you. Thank you for your patience. Just want to make sure we get everything ready to go and everything's set up appropriately. By the way, in chat, I'm only gonna update, like, I really don't feel like I have to because it's on even wins. It's 2100, so I'm gonna do things at 20, 40, 60, 80, and 2200. But like, I'm probably gonna only update every 10. So like, I'll say 10%, 20%. Like, it's meticulous for me to have to do that in between rounds. But when it makes sense, I do it because it also keeps me alert and stuff. But since I'm just gonna do 20 and then do the silver update, and then do another 20 and do the gold update, and then take a 2-hour pause. I just don't want to have to keep hammering that in there or whatever, because it's getting late or whatever. So just ready to power through and get some good games and just try to not give dude too big of a lead. Alright, there we go.